privilege, a casual conversation, the acceptance of a gift, the introduction of contraband, a romantic relationship, or at its most extreme, sexual conduct, which is a crime. One of the worst offenses a staff person can commit is to engage in any sexual conduct with an inmate or make sexual threats. Under New York State penal law, inmates are not capable of giving consent to sexual conduct. Any sexual conduct is against the law and will be prosecuted. The department has a zero-tolerance policy for sexual abuse and sexual threats of inmates by employees or other inmates. All sexual conduct, including sexual contact, is prohibited. This applies to everyone, including contractors, vendors, volunteers, and employees of other agencies who work in the jails. Everyone is responsible for being alert to signs of potential situations in which sexual abuse might occur, as well as signs of victimization. If you receive any information or complaint regarding sexual abuse, threats, or undue familiarity, you have a duty to report it, or you will face disciplinary action yourself. The department provides ways for you to make those reports confidentially. The following 4 scenarios are based on real-life cases. Each one presents a unique problem that you may see while on the job. They will alert you to signs and potential situations in which sexual abuse or misconduct might occur, and encourage discussion about how to prevent and respond to such circumstances. This is the case of the employee who sees nothing wrong with bending one seemingly minor rule for a trusted inmate, a non-sexual favor that could seem harmless enough.
Good morning, Ms. Rogers.
Good morning, Slim. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Nice suit.
Thank you, thank you.
Ms. Rogers, do you mind if I go to commissary today? Because I'm doing court tomorrow. And besides, I'm low on supplies.
Okay, but make sure you come right back, Slim, because we have a lot of work to catch up on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and being that you're not going to be here tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Slim knows we have to get this work done. He's not back yet.
Ms. Rogers, I'm back.
It's about time. Slim, you took entirely too long. I told you, we have a lot of work to do. You have to go to court tomorrow, and this work is not going to be done.
Yes,
it's almost
ma'am.
count time.
Ms. Rogers, I went to commissary. Commissary is crowded. It's always like that. I'm sorry I'm late. It won't ever happen again. It won't ever happen again.
Okay,
I promise.
I understand that. I didn't mean to yell, but we have a lot of work to catch up on, so what you need to do is go over there and file those folders from yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. Oh, by the way, ma'am, I got you a little something. Sweets for a sweet.
No, thank you, Slim. You know I can't accept commissary from you. No, thank you.
Oh, Ms. Rogers, it's all right. I bought it for you because I know you didn't eat again today, right?
As a matter of fact, I didn't eat lunch, but I'm fine. Thank you. You know I can't accept this from you. Thank
Come
you.
on, Ms. Rogers. It's all right. Enjoy. I got them for you. Thank you.
To understand the danger, let's review the inmate's behavior. The inmate is polite, apologetic, and seems sincere. Is he trying to gain the employee's trust, cultivating the relationship to gain control over the staff member? After several rule violations, he may ask the employee to commit a more serious offense. He now has control. He may even threaten the employee with exposure if she does not go along. What could Ms. Rogers have done to stay clear of this potentially growing problem? Immediately address any conversation that is not directly related to the inmate's incarceration. Advise the inmate that his behavior is unacceptable and will be reported to the appropriate supervisor. Be assertive in her response. When saying no, make sure her body language and voice also mean no. Be firm and consistent. Leave no room for compromise. Never accept gifts or favors from an inmate. Clearly state the consequences of the behavior, including disciplinary actions. And always remember there is no such thing as a minor rule violation. Sometimes familiarity already exists, and staff may be unsure of how to respond. Watch as this past relationship unfolds.
Sure does smell good around here.
Why don't you go in the day room with your boys? How come you're not in there with them?
Tiff, I'm not trying to go in no day room with the boys. I want to be out here with you.
Don't call me Tiff. I told you that.
Oh, you know you like it when I call you
I
Tiff.
don't like it when you call me Tiff. My name is Officer Harper. Please stop. Thank you very much.
Oh, come on. No one's listening. And besides, you always like it when I call you Tip.
Things are different now. I wear a uniform, okay? And that's when you weren't such a knucklehead.
Come on now. I'm still the same B.I.G. I've always been. Ain't nothing changed. Back then, you was real cool. Come on. You remember. Hurt my feelings.
Yeah, right.
I feel that.
Whatever. What?
Listen, Tip. Look, I got my boys right over there. They out of here. We got the place to ourselves, Tip. You know, I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. You know what I'm saying? You with
My
me?
job is on the line.
Oh, come on,
Things
Tip.
are very, very different.
No, Tip, listen. You still seeing that dude from the Bronx? You still seeing that kid? You know that banker dude? Oh, here we go again. Tip, listen. Come on. Listen. You know I'm not going to let nothing happen to you, right? You still got that same phone number? You still got the same phone number, Tip? There you go. All right. It's still there. I got it. Okay.
While this appears confusing, it's simple to address. Immediately report all past relationships with inmates in writing to the commanding officer or your immediate supervisor as soon as you are aware of the incarceration or pending incarceration. This notice is sent to the Investigation Division Inspector General to protect you. Request the immediate transfer of the inmate in writing. Never discuss personal information with or in front of an inmate, and avoid social conversations with other staff when inmates are present. Do not engage in social conversation or physical contact with an inmate not related to your official duties. Limit conversation to your specific duties. Be forceful in your rejection. Your words, tone, and body language all need to say no. Simply shaking your head and ignoring is not enough. Rebuff immediately and advise the inmate that this is not acceptable behavior, and inform him or her of the consequences. This is the case of the correction officer who has lost sight of his career, his mission, his co-workers' security, and his oath of office, as he becomes infatuated with a particular inmate.
It's going to be a long day. I haven't seen an intake with this many new admissions in a long time.
A lot of familiar faces, too, you know?
Hey, Pierce.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Come on, Pierce. We got a lot of work to do, and I would like to go home sometime today.
Like you don't look.
Not at these inmates, I don't.
You can't tell me you don't look. Come on. I mean, look at her. I mean, the way her body just glide across the floor. I mean, it just sends chills all in your body. I mean, you understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she looks real sexy the way she glides across that
on,
pen.
man.
You know what? You just don't get it, do you?
No, you don't get
You know
it.
what? I'm out of here.
Hello, Cat? Yeah, it's Pierce. We got a lot of new inmates that came in this morning. Yeah. You're gonna need some help, right? You got some overtime? You got some in 6B? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, put me down. Good. All right, thanks.
Honey,
Yeah. What's up?
you know, I hate to say this, but you know, there's some talk going around, you know, about you and that hot female you was talking about that's up at 6B.
Yeah, like what?
Look, we've been working together for a long time, and you know, I really hate to see you go through things like this.
That's bull, whatever you're hearing. Now, let me tell you, those guys, they just jealous. They just want to get next to it. I mean, besides, man, she just had a bad rap, that's all.
Bum rap. You acting like you met her in a club or a party or something.
Listen, man, I know this girl. I mean, I talk to her, and, you know, what she says to me, it's just, you know, she's different. She's different.
She's different. How is she different?
Yeah, she listens to you. You know, I talk to her. You know, we talk about anything. I mean, we go back and forth. And I mean, listen, come on now. You know, we go way back.
Listen. Like I said, we've been friends, and I know that you're going through things at home, and I know that everything with your wife is not going the way that they used to. But you have 16, 17 years on the job, and you don't need to throw this all away over this inmate.
Listen, my home life has nothing to do with it. like I said, some people need to vent. You need to vent too sometimes.
You know what? I'm really starting to think that you just don't get it. You just don't get it, do you?
Well, you don't get it.
Oh, what's up with you and Officer Pierce, Mom?
Nothing. I'm just using him, you know?
Damn. Hey, you looking at you hard, girl.
That's extra common sense, girl. You didn't know that?
You got that right.
Remember, it's against the law to have any sexual contact with an inmate. Just like an underage minor can never consent to sex with an adult, legally inmates cannot consent to sexual contact with staff, so consent is never a defense. Sex with an inmate will always be a crime. Never become friends with inmates and avoid having favorite inmates. Do not attach feelings to an inmate and always maintain professional boundaries. Inmates may be vulnerable, depressed, looking for sympathy and understanding, and in need of assistance, so refer inmates to facility programs and/or services as deemed necessary and appropriate. A variety of services are available to inmates who may be experiencing personal problems and are unable to cope. That is, counseling, mental health referrals, ministerial services, peer group discussions, referrals to outside organizations working in the jails, etc. If you have reason to believe an inmate is in danger of harming him or herself or others, immediately initiate a mental health referral, and appropriate counseling treatment will be provided. Do not validate a coworker's unprofessional behavior. Immediately report cases of undue familiarity. Be aware of staff requesting overtime in very specific areas. If you see your coworkers appearing vulnerable, alone, or experiencing personal problems, immediately report it to the facility personal assistance officer, the care unit, the personnel captain, or any other appropriate supervisor, so they can be referred for counseling. Finally, there are the predators, seen in this case, as rules and the penal law are blatantly ignored.
Slip. No problem. Everything is good? All right. Hey! Hey! What are you doing?
Officer Lopez, please. My mother's in the hospital. I need to make a
Get
phone
back to
call,
bed.
please.
It's 11 o'clock.
They ran tests today, and she's having the surgery, and I just want one phone call, please, Officer Lopez, please.
See what time it is? It's 11 o'clock.
I know, but they were running
Phones are
tests
off.
earlier. She had a surgery. Please, just one phone call,
You
please.
should have made that phone call during the day. It's not gonna happen.
Officer Lopez, I tried to call her, but she wasn't in the room. They're running tests. She has the surgery today. Please, just one phone call.
All right,
one phone call.
wait. You know what? Call me Ray, okay?
Okay.
What's your first name?
Maria?
Maria, come closer. Listen, I like you. I really do. But rules are rules. And I can't really start breaking them for you unless...
Unless what? I mean, I could clean the bathroom.
You know what? I'll let you use my personal cell phone, okay?
Okay.
But you, darling, have to do something for me.
Okay, anything. I'll do anything.
All right. In about 2 hours, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna signal for you, and I want you to meet me by the janitor's closet.
You want me to clean alone by myself?
Yeah. But listen, come closer. Because if you look right now, some of them are looking at us as we're talking. Now you're young, you're pretty, okay? And the house will get jealous if they see me talking to you. I'll never hear the end of it. All right?
Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the janitor's closet and wait there for about 20 minutes. I'll go over, I'll get you the phone, and you'll be able to use it then, okay?
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you, Officer
I'll
Lopez.
talk to you later. All right, Maria, I'm gonna let you use my personal cell phone.
Your phone?
Yeah, mine.
Okay.
You know how to use this?
Yes.
Okay. Go back over here, behind that store.
Lopez,
You're very
thank you.
welcome. Just make it quick. Crouch down.
I'm so glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay.
Maria, it's time.
I gotta go, okay?
Hang up the phone, come on.
I'll call you
All right,
tomorrow.
come
Bye.
here. All right,
Oh,
finished?
goodness, thank you so much. She's
All
doing
right,
much
no
better.
problem.
Thank you. I
no
really
problem.
appreciate it.
Just go to bed, and about 1 o'clock, I'll come and get you.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right,
Thanks
go ahead.
again.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
You're welcome. Go to bed.
What the hell are you doing?
What's up?
What's up? You should be behind the gate on the floor with the inmates. Let's see. I don't know you, and you obviously don't know me. Okay? I don't work this way. First, you spend 15 minutes out there on the floor speaking with an inmate. Then you never complete your security inspection. And now you obviously think you're gonna sit on my post and read the newspaper. Wrong. 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 I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, I'm glad you're getting up to go out there on your post because the captain will be here in a few minutes and I suggest you do your job.
Hey. Hey, come on. We got a deal. Come on.
Hey, Jones, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm here to do the meal release.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, or you want me to relieve your partner?
Yeah. Relieve that B officer first.
All right. Well, let me get the logbook
Okay.
so that I can sign it.
Here you go.
What's going on with your nightlights?
Oh, we got a work order pending for that.
Where's the B office at?
That B officer out there somewhere. You want me to go get it?
No, you don't need to.
All right.
I'll go in right now.
Okay.
Let me do something. Come here. Yeah. Oh, Torres. Hey, Torres, what's up? Listen, hey, you don't have to
Meal
do that,
relief
Torres.
1 to dorm 16.
It's not a big deal,
Supervisor,
T. Torres.
please report
It's
to
not
dorm
what it looks like. She couldn't
16.
keep her hands off me, T. Really, it's not a big deal.
I
You don't
have to
say
report this.
anything. You don't have to say nothing, Torres.
You are a disgrace to this uniform. What are you saying? I don't have to say anything.
Torres, you don't gotta say nothing. Just leave it alone.
I do.
Leave it alone.
Because I am a correction officer, and you're a disgrace to this uniform.
Torres, stop.
No, you stop and listen.
You don't have to say anything.
I
Torres.
have to say something.
It's-
You know why? Because I have integrity. And I report criminal activity, and you're a criminal.
Officer Lopez, what happened in here?
I can explain. It's not a big deal. First of all, she couldn't keep her hands off me. I made a tour, was making a tour of the bathroom, and when I came in, she was right here, and
And you had sex with this inmate?
I don't understand.
I can't believe you would do that.
Why is everybody so upset?
Because you crossed the line. You committed a criminal act. You're going to be arrested.
Arrested?
Arrested
Cap.
and prosecuted
Whoa,
as a
whoa,
sex offender.
I don't think anybody needs to be arrested here, Cap.
It's against the law,
Could you
Lopez.
please listen to me?
You cannot have sex with an inmate.
Cap.
Just like an underage person can never give consent to have sex with an adult, an inmate is incapable of granting consent. They're both against the law. Step outside. Wait at the A station for the tour commander. Sprung supervisor.
This behavior typically occurs in the shadows by individuals who go to great lengths to keep it secret, sometimes intimidating others, both inmates and fellow staff members, to remain silent. In this case, this predator has violated his oath of office and compromised the safety and security of the facility. His actions put everyone at risk. He's taken advantage of his power over the inmate. Remember, an inmate can never consent to any sexual contact. This employee has committed a sex crime, and the consequences will be severe. This is what an employee can do to prevent sexual abuse of an inmate by a fellow staff person, and how he or she should respond when abuse occurs or is suspected. If something seems odd or out of the ordinary, do not ignore it. Report it immediately to a supervisor. If you suspect or see sexual misconduct, report it. Never participate or condone sexual misconduct. Make it clear you are not a player and will not turn a blind eye. Be alert to signs that an inmate needs help, whether it's services and counseling or consideration for processing as a vulnerable inmate. As representatives of the department, we have an affirmative duty and responsibility to keep all inmates safe and free from harm. This conduct is not only unprofessional and unethical, it is also illegal and threatens the good order and security of the facility. If you have sexual contact with an inmate, you face loss of your job, including salary, pension, and benefits, felony conviction, prison time, registration as a sex offender, civil lawsuit, wherein the city will not indemnify you and you will be responsible for your own defense and payment of any damages out of your own pocket, public embarrassment for you and or your family, embarrassment to the department and your staff members. Remember, your responsibility extends beyond your own behavior. Stay alert to signs of undue familiarity, sexual abuse and or victimization, and situations where it may potentially occur, and help us identify vulnerable inmates so they can be housed appropriately. If you see or suspect any undue familiarity, sexual abuse, or receive any complaint from an inmate, you have a duty to report that information or face disciplinary action yourself under Mayor's Executive Order Number 16. Working together, staff members can prevent such incidents by diligently performing their duties and responding to signs of potential problems. Maintain visual surveillance of assigned areas. Stay alert. Keep all doors secured. Do not let unauthorized individuals on your post. Officers should make frequent tours of inspection. Never accept anything from an inmate. Never single an inmate out for favors or special treatment. If you know an inmate, notify your commanding officer in writing and or request an inmate transfer. Report inappropriate behavior and cases of undue familiarity. Inform inmates when behavior is unacceptable and explain the consequences. Never give an inmate an opportunity to gain control over you. Always maintain a professional relationship with inmates. And make sure you carefully read the department's policies on preventing inmate sexual abuse, protecting vulnerable inmates, and maintaining professional boundaries while performing your duties. If you are ever unclear or unsure of what to say or do, speak to a supervisor. Never forget, you have been entrusted with the authority to protect the public and ensure the safety and security of staff and inmates. The department has a zero tolerance for any sexual abuse, sexual threats, or sexual conduct of or with inmates. This applies to everyone, all staff, volunteers, vendors, and visitors. As members of the New York City Correction Department, we honor the brave men and women who have served with pride and distinction for more than 100 years. Because of our professionalism, we enjoy national recognition. It is our responsibility to uphold this reputation and maintain the highest level of integrity. Our actions are a reflection of the agency, the city of New York, and the men and women who live and work here. The public is counting on us to maintain the safest jails, and we will not let them down. We are, after all, the best correction professionals in the world, second to none.